Well, I know that one's going to be really busy, but have you just seen the price on our next cruise? Oh, yes. This is what Planet Cruise are all about. For under £500 now, we can take you around the Eastern Med with Norwegian Cruise Line. Under £500 tonight. And I've actually been on the ship. It's the Norwegian Jade, isn't it?
Yes, it is indeed. I love it, Sean. You've been on nearly everything, haven't you? It's
so
wonderful.
No, I haven't, but I have been on this ship. And I love the Norwegian Jade. Yes, she's colourful, she's relaxed, she's fun. For those of you that don't like too much formality, I would suggest Norwegian Cruise Lines are perfect because there are no set dining times, there's no set, formal evenings, anything like that. It's very casual, very relaxed.
Absolutely. I would say that that is one of their main selling points, if you like. That's one of the things they really pride themselves on, is that it is all about freestyle choices, as they call it. So it's fun, it's relaxed, you can eat when you want, you can eat with whoever you want. Yes. I think there are some people who still think that on cruising it's very, very rigid. It absolutely is not. And with this particular cruise line, like I say, it's something they're really renowned for. 12 international restaurants on board, 11 bars and lounges, fabulous food, wonderful fitness as well.
And honestly, it's so nice to have that choice on a cruise ship. As Gemma said, all of those restaurants and bars. So, unlike a hotel where you go into the same restaurants at the same table every night.
Yeah, it can get a little boring. And by the end of the holiday, you kind of, you've had enough. And that is the lovely thing, is the choice.
And
it's like going somewhere different every evening.
You'll never, ever get bored of the food.
No.
Oh, it's so wonderful.
Yeah.
You enjoyed your cruise last
I
week.
did. I'm still paying for it. I tell you, I have to do extra exercise this week, so I just made the most of it.
Well, let's show you where you're going to be cruising from, because this starts off, of course, with a flight over to Rome, doesn't it? Which is, of course, included.
Yes, absolutely. So there you go. You arrive and then you transfer to the port and embark the ship for 10 nights. How wonderful. So you've got day 2 at sea, which is really nice. Make the most of the ship, bed in, as it were. And then day 3, you will wake up in Olympia in Katakolon, which is a very scenic seaside Greek town, famous because it's the site of Olympia. So you're literally transported back thousands of years, and you absolutely should go and visit the ancient ruins and imagine the chariot drivers, the discus throwers, and all of that. I mean, many people visit this site annually, and there's a wonderful museum there as well. So that's all wonderful. And then on day 4, we are sailing to Athens. Well, of course, many of you will know, a lot about Athens already. But I must say it's had a real overhaul ever since the Olympic Games in 2004.
Everyone says it's amazing.
Yeah, it really is. They've really kind of improved the whole infrastructure. So getting around the city is much easier these days, including the metro. So it's all really cheap and safe and efficient and really good. And it means you can go and see all those famous sites, such as, well, you could go and see the Olympic ground, but you could also go to the Parthenon, the Acropolis. There's so much to see and do. And just as I'm saying here, yes, it's just so easy to get about now. A lot of the monuments have had real facelifts as well. So it's looking good at the moment, Athens. If you've been there before, it will be lovely to go back, actually, and compare that it has changed all for the good. Beautiful food, of course. I love Greek food. So healthy and so delicious. I could eat that forever. Wonderful stuff. So yes, that is Athens. Go to the Acropolis, go to the Athens Museum, and then you've got that beautiful ship to get back to as well.
We should say the great thing again about cruising, if there's a port that you've been to maybe several times before, if it's a place you're not as interested in, there's always so much happening on the ship as well.
Yeah, or the ship's nice and quiet. Well, a lot of people go off and you can just completely relax as well.
Chrysalis is next, isn't it?
Yes, that's in Turkey, so you might want to go and visit Ephesus while you're there, which is the ancient Roman city. And then we sail off to Istanbul. Now it's really nice because you get an overnight on board here, and I think it's the perfect spot to do that.
And when you cruise into Istanbul, it is absolutely magical.
Absolutely stunning, I agree. And it's a real mix of east and west. You've got so much history here.
And you do see that divide, as you actually say cruise into, you see that the east and west, it looks
quite distinct.
Oh, yeah. My word, yeah.
And in fact, it covers 2 continents, Istanbul. So you've got the Bosphorus running through the middle, Europe's to the west and Asia's to the east, which is quite interesting. lots of sites like the Blue Mosque, which are a must to go and visit and take your camera. The Hagia Sophia, you saw at the beginning, you know, the markets, the souks.
Yeah, and they are a lot of fun, you know. I was up for that. Oh, you know, we'll enjoy them, but they were really good fun.
You've got to do a bit of haggling as well. Don't take the first price.
Well, I got 20 cushion covers for about £1.
Did you? They started off at 3 and you got them down to 1. It was very good haggling. I like that. Yeah, so loads to do and see. And you have got that overnight as well. And actually, Istanbul is quite famous for its nightlife as well. It's very buzzy, very interesting atmosphere.
Now, a couple of days at sea on X, so just enjoy all of the great facilities on board. And then...
Oh, yes, then we arrive in Naples. I was there only last week. And I must say, if you can get to Sorrento, which is just up the coast, it is exquisite. I've got a photograph looking out from the ship to the Sorrento. It looks like a painting. It just will blow your mind. It's so beautiful. That's the island of Capri. You could do a little... Oh, that's the fortress of the Aragons there. Sorry, I'm getting muddled. But you've got the island of Capri to visit as well. Naples is fantastic because you can go and explore Naples itself, but it's a real gateway to other places such as Positano, Pompeii. This is the beautiful piazza, just exquisite as Italy is, all these beautiful places. Do go and see Pompeii if you've never been. It's remarkable, just what happened there, you know, and you really see some fantastic stuff where Mount Vesuvius, of course, exploded and covered everything all those hundreds of years ago. So then, I'm afraid we are flying back to Rome. Back home. That's the end of the cruise, but what a lovely cruise it's been.
Well, you have been on board 10 nights. We've worked this out, and I'm sure you've done the maths at home. This works out less than £50 per person per night. We're even going to give you $100 on board spend towards your drinks or, say, maybe some shore excursions. And to think that you could be away in December when it's all miserable here in the UK and a little bit stressful, you could be well on board this fabulous ship. I've cruised on the Norwegian Jade myself, and the price tonight, this is what the show is all about. We are live right now, coming up to about 8:15, £50 per person per night, and you're even going to get $100 on board spend. How would you like a penthouse, Gemma?
I would love a penthouse. I think I'm made for a penthouse, so I'd definitely love to go for that. I'm not.
Even the penthouse, you know, maybe it's a special occasion, under £1,000 for the penthouse, and do ask our cruise consultants all about that. And something we need to point out, with Planet Cruise, all of your flights, all of your transfers are always included.
Yeah, I mean, those prices are phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. You know, if you are wanting to go away at this kind of time of year, firstly, the December dates, you know, it's so competitive, given that that's got all your food in it as well.
And looking there, it's a great pricing, you know, even in January, February, and you know, into March, right the way across the board.